Hey everybody, Coach Rob Bellamont here. I'm here with Nikki Mathews, who just came back from the Western Ironman 70.3 Western Sydney last weekend, and Nikki had a great race, didn't you, Nikki?
Yep, I did. I did.
There's a couple of things I want to do a video on about Nikki's race. Is that Nikki trains to power and she races to power, and as you'll find out over these next couple of videos. You'll sort of understand how the power was used during the race, but more importantly, post-race. So the analysis is a lot more effective when we can actually see accurate power information coming through. So tell us how you went, Nikki.
I came second in my age group and a total time of 4 hours 43, I think it was.
What was your previous best?
I think it was 4:47 or.
And that was your last half Ironman?
Yeah, the last half Ironman in Mooloolaba.
Sunshine Coast? Okay.
Yeah.
So you were second pretty much from the start, weren't you?
Second out of the water, third out of the bike by a few seconds, and then second on the run. Yep.
Was it an enjoyable experience?
I'd have to say it was the first time that I felt like I was actually racing.
Okay.
And that was because when I came out of transition from the bike to the run, I was in second and third was right behind me.
Yeah.
So that's when it became interesting for me.
Yeah, of course. It was certainly from watching the tracker. I could almost put myself in the situation. I knew what was going on, and I knew that there were people around you that were, in some cases moving faster than you, but in other cases you were moving faster than them, and it was a pretty exciting race to watch from my perspective. So if we look closer down at it, you swam 29:13, so as you say, you were second out of the water.
Yeah.
1:30 per 100 pace. It was a wetsuit swim, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were lucky enough to have wetsuit swim. Yep.
So last year was a non-wetsuit swim, and the times were probably a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes quicker this time. 8th female in the water. It's not a bad result. On the bike, 2:35, and interestingly enough, so that's just under 35k an hour average. Interestingly enough, we used best bike split prior to this race and predicted a 2 hour 37 time. So what you'll find out later on in our next video is Nikki had to race this on instinct a little bit, and what it proves to me is that her ability to understand her race power or her race intensity is pretty much bang on, because you were pretty close to what we'd predicted. And I know you probably are a bit more competitive, and you tend to put it out there early, and which you sort of did, and but came away with a good result. Obviously, you're third off the bike in your age group. You're 14th overall, and overall female, and then in the run, you ran 1:34, which is a 4:40, which is 4:28 average pace.
Yeah.
Tell us what your previous best half marathon.
Oh, I don't know. What was my last one?
So your last
was it 1:40?
Well, your last half Ironman was your personal best half marathon time, which was 1:39. And a couple of weeks prior to that, you ran 1:40-ish at Taupo. So you certainly know how to pull out a big run on the big races. So you were second, obviously second overall in the age group, 12th overall female. It's a pretty fantastic result there. So overall, as an experience, was it a cool race? Would you go and do it again?
Yeah, it was. Swimming in the lake was interesting.
So it's swum in the rowing regatta?
Yeah, the man-made lake. Yeah.
What's unique about that course then?
Obviously, there's no sharks or
sharks.
There's no sharks or crocs there. But it was dead flat on the day, which was good because leading up to it, there was some wind gusts. It was up to 70 k's an hour, but dead flat. There were, and because it's a rowing lake, you had buoys all along the course to the turning buoy.
But every 10 metres.
Yeah.
And if you weren't looking at the buoy out of the water, you could see a steel pole or steel bar that ran that the buoys were attached to. So it was like swimming in a swimming pool. Now we had some specific tactics for the race start, and as it played out, you were the only one that
It was the only one that did it, yes.
So I suggested the Nikki starts in the far left-hand side of the course because I raced it last year, and from my perspective, that was the fastest line to swim. Turns out that everybody else thought the right-hand side of the course was faster, and everyone was on the right-hand side of the start line. So Nikki had a clear swim start. The smarter athletes would have looked at you and thought, this girl knows how to swim, and jumped on your feet, but obviously they were too busy up the other side of the start line. So perfect. You were straight out of the gate, clear water. The only thing that you kept on bumping into the boys.
The boys.
Every 10 metres.
It was good because I knew I was in a straight line.
You were in a straight line. And you said that eventually you came together and there was the two of you that were swimming, and you were pretty much side by side for the rest of the swim.
rest of the race, yeah.
So you came out of the water together, into transition together.
Yeah.
How did that transition go? Did you?
The transition went okay, except when I got to my bike and found the power meter wasn't working. Okay. So
we'll get onto that in the next video.
But that was it. Pretty much, it was pretty straight out of the water into the transition. It's not much of a run.
Pretty straightforward, eh?
Yep.
Awesome. So as I said, next video we're going to talk about Nikki's bike leg, and the video after that we're going to talk about her run leg. So stay tuned.